Hello everyone, welcome to the 1 Minute Rewatch. I am TC DeWitt and today I shall be your guide through the uncanny valley. This month of theatrical releases offers us Kingsglaive, Final Fantasy 15. Don't worry, I didn't realize this was a thing either, but it did get me thinking about another Final Fantasy movie, Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, which Kingsglaive Final Fantasy 15 is not a sequel to, nor is Kingsglaive Final Fantasy 15 the 15th Final Fantasy movie in a series of 14 other Final Fantasy films. It's a brand new, completely standalone film, not connected to any of the games that have come before. In fact, Final Fantasy Spirits Within was not connected to any of the games or other movies either. And if you're not in the know, you're probably wondering why it's called Final Fantasy. Well, the thing is, it's actually the Final Fantasy for the characters in that story, game, or movie. And those stories, it's the final one, it's the final version, and then that's it. There's no sequels, nothing follows, that's it, except, of course, Final Fantasy IV, The After Years, Final Fantasy X2, Final Fantasy XII, Revenant Wings, Final Fantasy XIII, 2, Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy XIII, Before Crisis, Final Fantasy VII, Dirge of the Cerberus, Final Fantasy VII, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII. Boy, you guys love Final Fantasy VII. There's even a Final Fantasy VII movie, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, which is not the Final Fantasy for those characters. You guys need to stop, or at least come up with a new name, because this is complete. What's it? Oh, right. Movie! Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within is a 2001 animated action-adventure film released by Columbia Pictures and Squaresoft. It is about a scientist who makes a last stand on Earth with the help of a ragtag team of soldiers against an invasion of alien phantoms. And that's science fiction, not fantasy. Again, with the title, it's about space aliens versus Starship Trooper-looking animated freaky dead-eyed Polar Express flesh puppets. And just like Polar Express, which is not a thing, stop telling me it is. That's not a good movie. The gimmick of real-looking animation is just creepy, and that makes the movie that much more difficult to sit through, particularly considering how far animation has come since. So much work went into making a new way of making movies, and it wasn't worth it. To be honest, this movie would have been better served as a live action movie. It's a thoughtful story about the last remnants of humanity attempting to survive extinction, reminiscent of 12 Monkeys or Sunshine. There's a great cast of actors here who could have elevated the material in live action, and not surprisingly, Ming-Ha as Aki gives the best performance in the movie because, well, she had voice acting experience. And really, the world needs more Ming-Ha. We should put her in everything. Sadly, despite what could have been, this movie is just dull. It's very ambitious, but the ambition could have been better suited making a new game with this story. And that's why I'm giving Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within 2 chocobos out of 5. Hopefully Kingsglaive Final Fantasy 15 is a little better. But what do you guys think? Are you a fan of the film? I know there is a following for this out there somewhere. At least one of you has to have the maxim where Aki was the cover girl, right? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you, as always, for watching. If you liked what you saw, hit like, hit subscribe, do all the YouTubey things, huh? You can check out all the cool content we have here at the Bit Life Show, including Working Title. And if you're a fan of video games in general, check out my Sid, Chad Halverson, over at the 1 Minute Gamer. He has far more insight into the world of pixels and power-ups than I do. I mean, let's be honest. It's 2016. I still haven't opened up my copy of Simpsons Hit and Run, huh? And if you want to hear me talk at length about movies, I have a podcast available on iTunes called The Rewatchmen. That's it for me. I am TC DeWitt, and I don't have a sign off. That's all for the 1 Minute Rewatch this time. I am TC DeWitt, and maybe you can tell me, is this the real life, or is this fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, 'cause it's easy come, easy go.